Alright, so it's a bit later today than what I would like to do for recording a video, but I've run into a bit of dilemma, and that's what this video is going to be about, I think. We'll see what comes up. I'm kind of on a turning point where I've discussed these past several handful of videos as for making decisions and life career decisions and whatever is the case, and I'm kind of at that point now, I feel like, where I'm just not sure what to do, and I feel kind of frozen, kind of locked up. So I'm just gonna speak it, talk about it here. Maybe I'll get some insight, and we'll just see where it goes. So, like I mentioned, I think yesterday or the day before, I finally got a client for the AI automation stuff that I've been doing. It's this guy who is running his own tech solutions company as a sole operator and taking on a bunch of random client jobs. Yet, he's very busy, and so he needs help fulfilling things. So he hired me to do, if he wants to hand off a job or something, he can hand it off to me and I can help him out. I kind of just took the mentality of I'll just figure it out, I'll do it. He handed me a gig, an Excel gig, and we had a meeting together with his client yesterday, which was a bit awkward because he didn't even mention to the client that I'll be on the call, and she was like, "Why is this guy on the call?" It was a bit weird. Anyway, not a huge deal. That sort of mistake can happen. But yeah, then we went over the sheet and this huge Excel sheet. I'm sure it's not that scary. It's just I've never worked with Excel sheets of that kind and that proportion before. So quite a bit of fear came up there. Um, and then yesterday and today, thinking about the work, even I did some work this morning, try to understand what the situation is with this thing. And just a lot of fear, a lot of stress, like just considering this. And then, the whole day kind of went by today, and I'm just like, my body is like shutting down. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I've hit this point like so many times over the past 2 months trying to build this business or whatever, where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I ended up just slowing down and then doing what I can anyway. And with that strategy, I've gotten up to this point, though I've stopped doing quite a lot. I've cut down outreach significantly. I'm not doing cold email anymore. All this other stuff. I stopped doing YouTube content for AI, as you guys know, obviously, because I'm not releasing any. And I'm getting to that point again now. The only difficulty is now there's an actual client. So I can't just like, I have to decide to back out and be like, hey man, I can't do this right now. I'm too filled up on my plate, or go forward. That's not the main problem though. I could always just do this and I guess just get it done. But I think a lot of the stress and pressure where I'm like, I don't want to do this right now is coming from the fact that I do kind of need to make a decision, because early September is when I'm supposed to either go to school or not go to school. I can make that decision. My work with my dad ends in August 15th at the latest. And at that point, I get laid off and I get unemployment, which can carry me through school. But I'm not going to get unemployment if I'm also working part time gigs. I have to look into that and consider that because I haven't done that research. But yeah, so I'm kind of in a pickle where it's like, even if I do this gig now, am I going to keep doing gigs while also working a full time job so that I can make my decision by September? Or um, another option is do the gigs I'm doing now, drop my full time work, do it part time, which is an option maybe. I haven't spoken to my dad about that yet. But then that assumes that I have enough work to do with all the gigs that I'm doing, if I'm even going to like that, and if that's going to be enough work and money. And, honestly, I'm just looking at that path, that direction. I don't know if I want it that badly to be confident that that I'll do the work needed to make that work. It also costs money to market myself. Upwork is not cheap. That's the main platform that I've been using, even cold email, a couple $100 a month to do that. So I kind of have to choose between doing this thing or just stopping it and then going to school, which there's no guarantee with school either. Um, but at least I get unemployment there. I could try going for an internship. It's a much simpler path. I wouldn't say it's easier or more likely. I don't really know because I haven't gone to master's school and I haven't tried to get an internship like this. So, but it's simpler, instead of having to find multiple gigs, get things going multiple times, you just get one internship, which should carry me through a summer, make some money, save up. Yes, the job market, especially in tech, is a big question mark right now. At the same time, though, I have backed out of things so many times that I kind of don't want to back out of that and like look for another career because that's the door that's open in front of me. You could be arguing that I'm backing out of the AI stuff, but this is one of those special cases where, and I know this sounds like it might be an excuse, and maybe it is. Maybe I'm just like really not feeling it, and this is the excuse that's coming to mind. But this is a turning point where I have to decide. I can either commit to the AI and go part time with my dad and figure things out, or um, commit to the school. This is that situation. So I just don't feel great doing this job while working full time with my dad, and I need to work full time with my dad in order to get unemployment if I want to go to school. So those are the two options as I see it right now. I could push through and do this while working full time with my dad. I'm really not sure. I just, yeah, I'm not feeling good about it. That's like not the direction I feel like I want to go in, just based on my experience and everything that I've talked about in the past. It's almost like running away from school. It feels like it's not even like a feeling where it feels right. It's a running away. That's what it feels like right now. Maybe I'll be wrong, and maybe going to school is the wrong thing. Maybe after all this, the dump truck demon returns and I just become a dump trucker. Who knows? Anyways, short little video. I don't know what to do. I'm kind of in a bind right now. Maybe it's not as big of a deal as I think it is. I think I'm going to go shower now, and then if I feel any different, I might try working on this gig anyway, and just like take a look at it, push through. But boy, oh boy, like if I'm facing this much resistance, I just don't feel like that's good for the client. Even if I want to continue through, it's like this much questioning over such a small thing. I mean, you could argue just do the thing, but if there's questioning now, there's going to be questioning in a week, and yeah, I'm just really not happy about that. So I wonder if the AI stuff is going to end here, and I wonder if my path will be school, at least for now, and I'll be 25, 26 if I go that route and graduate, and maybe I get a job which could support me comfortably, or maybe it's going to be really hard to get a job and all that stuff, and then I have to go dump trucking after all that again, or something else happens. There's so many question marks. But regardless of question marks and what could possibly happen in life, there are, even if they're illusory, there's choices to be made now, and it feels like these are the two choices I have to be made right now. So yeah, that's about it, you guys. I have issues just like any other human being. Thanks for watching, and talk to you all tomorrow.